I'm prepping gear, getting ready for a shoot that I have tomorrow. So just charging batteries and things like that, getting my cards ready. Doing one actually tomorrow. Today's Thursday, so I'm doing one tomorrow on Friday and then also on Sunday. And they're for the same client. The client is the Windfall Studios. I worked with them back in February when I did the social media content for the Sleeping Buffalo, which you can see in this vlog here. And the job is pretty much the same for these next two. They just want social media content, so it's mostly vertical video. They said I could shoot horizontal landscape if I needed to, but they're primarily looking for social media content, so they're fine with even, I think, stuff shot on an iPhone. But I'll be using my FX30. I bought a vertical mount piece for this so that when it turns on, the camera stays vertical. If you remember the last time that I worked for them back in February, I kind of rigged up the RS3 Pro, or I had it in, I can't remember which mode it is, but I was able to shoot it vertical, but it was a little workaround. Instead, I just bought this adapter from B&H where I can mount the camera vertically on it. I wanted to give a quick update too on back in February as well, right before I did the content for Sleeping Buffalo. I made a video talking about updating my reel and my website, and I finally made the decision this week that I'm going to finish it, and I did. So I finished both my reel and my website, and I think I mentioned in the video that for my website I wanted something simple. I just wanted like a landing page, basically a one-page thing. And lately what I've been doing with a lot of stuff with my business is I've been using ChatGPT to help me with a lot of things, man. I go to ChatGPT for everything now. And if you're not, you're costing yourself some time. ChatGPT can help out in so many ways. I used it recently on a shoot where I had to schedule, the one where I went to Billings. I think I had to schedule 19 interviews, and I had ChatGPT come up with a production schedule for me for those 2 days. Not that I couldn't do it on my own. It's just I said, hey, I have 19 interviews. They should only take a few minutes each one because the video is only going to be about a minute or two. Can you give me a Google Doc that I can send over to the client and have them approve? And it did that, and it took me I had to tweak it a little bit, so it probably took me about 10 minutes, which saved me a ton of time if I just sat down and tried to create a document on my own and then send it over. It's just a time saver, and time is money. I've been doing that lately. Cranky Cameraman, he had a video come out, not recently, about he's using Grok or ChatGPT to talk about how you file your taxes, like if you should do it as an S Corp or an LLC based off of how much money you make, you live in this state. And it was a really informative video. I think I commented on there that, because like about a month ago, I just uploaded my 2024 taxes and said, hey, how should I have filed? And it came back and said, yeah, you should have did an S Corp. That was really helpful. I just uploaded it and it spit it right out for me. So I've been using it for everything. And for my website, I knew I wanted something simple. I was getting kind of tired of using Squarespace. Honestly, the cost of it, I feel like, is just a little too much for what I wanted, what I need in a website. I just need something very, very simple. And, with Squarespace, I was paying hundreds, $200-$300 a year. And I have 2 websites. I'm thinking about doing a third. It's tú much for what I want. So I went to ChatGPT, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I said, told them about my business. I do video production work. I need a simple website. What are some options for me? And it gave me a list. Said, oh yeah, you can keep using Squarespace. Gave me these other ones. Came across this one called Carrd, spelled C-A-R-R-D. They're built for like doing simple landing pages, one-page websites. A page where you just need a couple links. And that looked perfect for me. I went with like a pro plan, so it cost $19 a year, and that gives me 10 I could get 10 websites basically. And so like, that makes so much sense for me financially. I only need a couple. So I paid for a plan, literally got 90% of my website done in one day, finished it up yesterday, and now it's up. So I'll show you what it looks like. I'll just show it to you on the computer here. Here's what it looks like. I just got, you know, this title page, Smoke Signal Studio, Montana-based video production services. I'm trying to keep everything simple. I tried to strip down as much as I could. Little button, see my work. You click that, it'll go down to my reel. Like I said, I updated that. I don't think I've shared it publicly yet. Maybe by the time this video comes out, it'll be up. I kind of want to do like a thumbnail for it. A little about section. Honestly, one sentence. I'm not messing around. And then, oh, you don't believe I'm a real person? Well, go watch my YouTube channel. I have my latest vlog on here. A little subscribe button, and then a little contact form, and that's basically it. The only thing I may add is I might do some stills from some of my interviews that I've done, you know, and I'll just, that way people, because people are looking just for me to do interviews, I can show them some stills from that, and then we're good, or they could watch my reel, either one. So that's the only thing I'm thinking about adding, but literally, I got the site up in a day. I can get 10 sites. It costs me $19. You know, this isn't sponsored or anything. I'm just telling you what I found. ChatGPT helped me, and I was able to get a website up literally in like a day if I wanted to. So what I'm shooting today, the content that I'm going to be capturing, it's for basically it's like a 50-mile long stretch of basically like garage sales, antique sales, yard sales. It starts in, you know, a small town over here called Culbertson, and then you work your way north, and it'll end in Plentywood, which is, you know, kind of just a few miles from the Canadian border. But then throughout there are, you know, a bunch of small little towns there where there's gonna be some other garage sales and antique sales taking place. And then later this afternoon I have to drive over to Scobie, which is another small community close to the Canadian border, and I have to shoot some content for a museum there. And they have like this little, it's called Pioneer Town, which is like a well-preserved town from the early 1900s. It's kind of like a museum, historical place, so I got to capture content for that as well. I'm filming this on my iPhone right now. I usually carry my Osmo Pocket 3 in here, and I usually just put it in there because it fits. Well, anyways, I forgot to zip it up, and I don't know what I did. I bent over to grab something, and it fell out, and the ND filter come flying off of it. I thought it was fine, and then I went to turn it on, and the screen's messed up, so no more Osmo Pocket 3. So my wife and my sister wanted to check out some of the garage sales that were going on. So partway through the trip, my wife and my daughter, they just hopped in with me, and thankfully my wife was able to capture some behind the scenes content for me. So everything you're seeing here was shot by her. I was definitely thrown off by not having my Pocket 3. I'm not used to recording content on my phone. I feel like I have a nice workflow with my Pocket 3. I got a little case for it and has a magnet on it, and I could stick it different places, and it's just really convenient for me. So the photos and videos you're seeing here are from later on in the day when we went to the Pioneer Town exhibit up in Scobie. Going to museums and things like this, I find it really interesting. You know, I always wish I had more time to stop and take everything in. I just find old stuff like this and museums, you know, really fascinating. But yeah, that kind of wraps it up for this vlog. I know it was kind of all over the place. My next one should be interesting too. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. Earlier in this vlog, I had mentioned that I had another job on Sunday, but that one got pushed back to the following Sunday because the weather just wasn't great. It was like super windy, like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And it was really smoky in our area from the fires in Canada. So I just felt like the footage wasn't going to look great because a lot of it was supposed to be, or all of it was supposed to be outdoors. So I pushed it back to the following Sunday. And I just finished recording that, a few days ago. My wife came with me again on that one, and she captured some BTS stuff for me. So we'll see how that vlog turns out. It'll be different from all of my previous ones because it's going to contain mostly footage and videos that she captured while we were working that day. So we'll see how it turns out. And then I'm still trying to figure out if I should get my Pocket 3 repaired by DJI or if I should just try and find a used one somewhere. You know, it's because of the tariffs and stuff, the prices of, the DJI stuff, because they're from China, they went up in price and they're hard to come by now, which sucks for me. So I might end up paying more for a used camera now than I did last year for a brand new creator combo package. So it came with like a mic and all this other stuff. I might pay more just for a used camera now 1 year later. So that really sucks. But anyways, I'll give an update in the next vlog and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.